How to set up your first Sonos system.
Hello, my name is Pascal. This video will be a bit different from the others on this channel. Usually, the purpose of this channel is to make very quick videos straight to the point to get it done. You might be interested in a lot of videos here since there are a lot of how-to videos about Sonos, so please consider subscribing. You will find those Sonos how-to videos linked in the description below. Today, we will see step by step how a Sonos system can be configured, and I will give you some advice over all this process. So first of all, congratulations for your new Sonos system. You should know that I do for a living installing a lot of sound system in a lot of houses. Yes, this is my job, and Sonos is by far my favorite system. This is why I choose Sonos for my home. So, let's see how to configure it. First of all, you need the Sonos application that you can download on iOS, Android, Mac, and PC. I have link in the description, the address to download it on any devices if you need help with that. So once you have installed it, open it. Make sure you are connected to your Wi-Fi network. Otherwise, well, it's not an option if you want to make it work. You may finally reach that page. The app didn't find any Sonos system, which is normal since we didn't configure it yet. So click on More option at the bottom and select Add another Sonos system. Now sign in or create an account if you don't already have one. All those steps are pretty easy. You basically read the question on the app and answer it. Sonos is very user-friendly. After this step, depending on the date you have downloaded the Sonos app, you might be invited to download the latest version of the app. There will be some update on the overall process. Simply click Update, then Update from your respective store. If you have to download it, you will, unfortunately, have to restart from the beginning since the app will have rebooted. Anyway, you probably don't have to do it. So, from here, we have our first choice: Standard Setup and Boost Setup. A standard setup is when all your speakers are wireless, while a boost setup is as soon you have one speaker connected to your router or network switch. Here is my first advice. That's the same I give to my sales team every month in case they forget. Sonos equal at least one wired device. Sonos is the only one wireless system I trust in, as long as you wired a device. The beauty of Sonos is that when you have a wired speaker, he creates his own wireless network. He is not using the Wi-Fi, and there is the strength of Sonos. You can simply buy a Play One and install it beside your router, or buy a Boost and connect it. Please, always wire your Sonos system on at least one device. Anyway, in some cases, a Boost setup is required. As soon you have a sub, surround speakers, or even stereo pair, I think, Boost setup is not an option. So let's take this Boost setup. If it's not possible for you for the moment, please go buy a Boost before to continue this setup. You won't regret it. Sonos is the most stable music system as long as you have a wired device and a great router. We are now passing these pages saying to connect the device to the wall and blah blah blah. You can connect your whole system right away if you didn't already do it. From here, if you have a Boost, press its button like shown on the image. If it's another kind of player, you may find this same button on it. Just press it and you will be recognized as your Boost. If your speaker doesn't have this button, you will have to press the Play Pause button simultaneously with the Volume Plus button. Once connected, you will be invited to add them one by one. You can add them in the order you want, even if they suggest you some players. Just click Set up this player and press the Infinite button or Play Pause button with the Volume Plus, or like shown on this example. Then you will be invited to select the room your speaker represents, or type his name as you want it. Now keep going and add as many players as you wish until you're done. As you can see, this is the second Play One that I had to this project, so Sonos offered me to add it as a stereo pair. Like if you have a large room or simply want a speaker both sides of your head on your office, a stereo pair will play left and right separately in each speaker. Now let's configure a playbar. No hesitation, this is by far the best soundbar ever. The same thing as before, so let's fast forward this. The subwoofer is sold separately, and you should buy one. I know it's expensive, but it makes all the difference. Let's add this one. Same idea. Keep following the instruction and press the button. The surrounds also make a remarkable job. This customer didn't buy it, so not now in this case. If you have them, click Add Surrounds and everything is as easy as the previous setting. Usually, there is an update to download every time you set up speakers together. I don't know why Sonos don't just do those updates at the end of the adding process, but anyway. Audio setup. Move to your sofa, sit down and listen. Sonos will blast loud sound like this one and show on the app A and B playing. Just confirm which one in your opinion is louder. You may see no difference. This is why 3 options are available. Now, this is personal. You can add a bit of bass or even remove a bit of it. Personally, I had to add +1. At this step, you must connect your TV to your player with the included optical cable. Most of the TV has an optical output, but some don't. If this is your case, you may need to change your TV or return the Sonos player. This is probably the trickiest part. Now that you have a great soundbar, you don't want to use your TV speaker anymore, so you must make sure to disable them. But this is different for every TV, so it's hard to me to explain you how to do it. Reach your TV menu and look for Sound Setup. You may have an option to disable TV speakers. If you don't, I recommend using a universal remote like the Harmony Companion, which is my favorite one. The idea is that on the next step, Sonos will learn the IR code from your remote to volume up and down. So we don't want your TV volume keep going up and down while we are controlling the play bar. With an Harmony remote, you will be able to control your Sonos playbar over IP or as an infrared receiver from any other brand. I mean, if you are able to send volume code from a Yamaha receiver, which you don't have of course, Sonos will be controlled with the Yamaha code that won't affect your TV. If you use any IR remote, send the volume plus command by pointing the playbar with the remote you will use. If you will control it over IP or only with the application, just wait a minute and this step will be skipped. Keep following the instruction. Now let's fast forward everything very fast on this setup because adding a speakers will always be the same thing as we saw with the previous speakers. When you will have no more speaker to add and you will be offered to add another player, simply select Not Now. Your system will register to Sonos server. It's now time to add music services. And we are lucky. Sonos have them all. So if you are Google Play, Deezer, Spotify, Pandora or any service type, your service is available on Sonos. And you can add them anytime you want by going on More on the lower right corner and Add Music Services. Look at this list. They are all there. That customer wanted to add Spotify. So click on Add to Sonos, connect to Spotify, authorize. You will be redirected to a Spotify web page. So log into it with your email address and password, accept the term by hitting OK, and return to the Sonos application. Just input your name here. If every member of the family have a different Spotify account, you would be able to set up every account into Sonos. And there it is. Spotify is now in Sonos. The procedure may be different depending on your music services, but Spotify is probably the trickiest. Now let's go back to settings and room settings. I like to do this setup for every room. Go to EQ and ramp just a little bit the bass and treble. I found that it sounds a bit more crispy. Finally, I also recommend to do the true play setting. I will link the instruction to do it on the higher right corner of this video as soon as I will have done this how-to video. True play is a calibration that you can perform only with iOS devices that enhance the audio quality by calibrating the speakers to your room. The difference is surprisingly huge. If you don't have an iOS device, borrow one from a friend and do it. Your Sonos system is now ready to use. I will link in the higher right corner a how-to video about how to use Sonos as soon as I will have done it. So this is it. Thank you for watching. I hope it helps. If yes, please make a thumbs up. If you have any question, please ask in the comment below. I may simply answer you or even maybe make a video just for you. So don't forget to subscribe, and what you do see back there is from my main channel, so please come take a look at this right there. Thank you for watching again. See ya!